fellow people of the British Southern Cameroons. Wanna give me a moment, make a check whether this connection will be proper or not. Because the first time I'd use this platform and I'm not be very 100% sure if it go online live or not. So now give me a moment. I'll make sure so the connection they be okay. Okay, I'll be on live for the page. Okay, I'll change them. Okay, now give me a moment. I'll see if it appear for other pages. Okay, everything be set now. Yeah, it's public now. Finally, fellow people of the Southern Cameroon territory, good citizens for Ambazonia, my name is Capo Daniel, your civil liberty activist, your Ambazonian FBI, your Lukong, your sense pass king. Today I want to welcome you again for this new episode for the No Connie Talk Show, an advocacy platform, a platform where we try to push policy the way it go make me the Ambazonian revolution me be more effective and me run smoothly towards our goal for our independence. We want to inform on us in a place where they challenge people them, we not there for just clap hand, but they for look things them critically for make sure so we move the struggle towards the way the population they expect them. We did it for talk true and for hold truth to power, so that the things the way leader they promise the citizens them, the common people them, that things the way be possible and I think the way they go feel accomplish them. So that when we should down the hope for independence, truly that independence go the day for road in the camp. We believe for the principle of collectivity, where be enshrined in the principle then for democracy. That means say when one or two people then they plenty people they do something, they be more effective when they use this principle then. That the principle then that we believe in and that the things that we push them because we believe say when you do things in this proper way, then we will achieve our goal for independence quick. I don't know very well if this broadcast they actually the show live or not. I don't feel verifying because I just use this page book way Lucas and offer them for me for use them for the first time, and then the first time it enter for my system for my computer. So sometimes then the system go the auto check for make sure say no be new no be person way no get authority to use the page. So once more, everybody wanna welcome for this show. We'll get a lot of things them today for presenter for now. We think it's a very crucial issue then we need to bring up for our attention, including the speech where Tibor Nagy will respond to an answer from Professor Yim. If you don't know Professor Yim very well, now that Sako his own version of Dr. Larry, that means that their own Secretary of State, where they will go ask some question for the Assistant Secretary of State for America for Africa Affairs, Tibor Peter Nagy, and then he give out certain powerful statements and way he don't give a strong wave across our revolution. Today I will talk about those issues them, and I go bring on a way to way mean for our struggle, way to go on for the background, and for make sure so we be on the same level with everybody. I'll be very sorry, say I no go feed I know they see comment and I know feed the see likes or any response for people them, because say now the first time I use this page for my computer, I never already configure them properly. But I'll encourage all man to share them so that we'll get a more interactive presentation. And I will welcome all man. I don't put other small phone for my corner while I go to see people the way they did it. I go to salon so that we'll go move straight to do the presentation we will need for present them. We'll get a lot of things them. We'll go compress them for make sure so we'll deliver them for una perfectly smoothly so that me all man sabi way to way. If you be done hear my podcast, I don't announce and say Ambazonia go be the first independent country for Africa. That means the first country where you don't truly get complete independence from Western colonization and from the web of multinationals and for Europe, where they still hold Africans and the black race in slavery. We will be the first country, just as Ambazonia will be the first country for start practice democracy. We will be the first freed country. And I will give you the reasons why. And I see Madam Irene Ate Ide for online. I salute you, Madam, our very iron lady, and I see Roland Ojong also Ide. I salute una. Please, una begin monitor them. If it is show properly, una tell me. If they reduce volume or suppress the viewership, una also tell me so that we try to see how they follow up. So I wanna be welcome. As usually, we will start the show by playing our national anthem. Then we will come up for day. We will play one song for Ambazonia for welcome Oman, for salute Oman during that time, and then we will give una a brief presentation of which we will present for una today. But surely the speech and statement of Tibor Nagy will be the primary focus of this presentation, but we'll get some crucial information we will deliver for una, including the infighting where they go on for inside Lebialem. For inside Lebialem, they get fight with Amber Boy. They fight about election for vote who be mayor for inside Lebialem. Red Dragons, if we own side the back your own candidate, I go bring una all those things. Una go hear something where they go on for Ambazonia, I go shock una. But make una no worry not. Una sense past king be done tell una 1 or more than 1 year ago. Which way una see am today, and I go still confirm una. But this time we get proof, we get physical evidence of the participation of the Red Dragons in the election that took the alien election that was forced on Ambazonia in Lebialem, and they were also heavily involved in the choosing of the mayor, in which they lost big time. And I will give you guys the proofs and everything. But that is not our focus for today. We get bigger fish for catch. So all man be highly welcome. We will start the show with our national anthem. For any place we dey, you join me for sing the national anthem, for pay respect for our flag, and for remind me of who we will be. So I will play our anthem from here. When I go listen them place on a day, when I cut cafe, so that we will start them together, and we'll get I'll represent the things that must time to go.
Amazonians express our loyalty. Praise the soul of Savior who conquered us for freedom. And led us to the hill above the lonely gather. Glory to glory, the rising never to fall. Here in the nation, flowing with the glory. Glory, glory, glory to the Father, for making you a nation and joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in continuity our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. You must, my God, be the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in continuity our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. You must, my God, be the watchman of this nation.
So yes, the Most High God be the watchman of Ambazonia. So fellow Ambazonian, fellow countrymen, people of the Ambas Bay, I want to welcome una once more for this platform and for this particular episode of the No Conitalk Zone. So una place we go spill out for una the rating where it happen for Ambazonia. Make una sabi very well for update una about what it happen for the diplomatic cycle. Today na day for talk about the response to Tibor Nagy, and a very very important information I need to pass on for una, and very important update I need to pass on una. But first we go start as we always start by greeting all man, salute all man, welcome all man, and then we will launch the show one time. But before we want start we will take one song for ground zero, and then we will enjoy this song for the time where we will salute all man for inside house. So make a play on this one very good song from Ambazonia. make we enjoy together while I go to salute una. So I go put the song for back here. I'll put on a big screen so that me una the siam. Then we go to salute all man. Okay.
It's
the song there.
It's right up behind the bar. Mommy, come on.
You saw that music there. The player man need to see the music now. Or I don't use the wrong button. So I put the right button now. We'll see. Okay. Okay. Let's see. You need to see waka o. Maybe I don't press the wrong button on how. Why it makes so? In any case, I go play the song. I go still take time for salute all man. I hope say the video fix show later on. I don't know why. So I want welcome all man for us. Brian Ashu, you be welcome. Wisdom Joy, you be welcome. Very welcome. I guess some people offer on a street for us. For all man for Tanzania offer on a palm wine today and kola nut. Kola nut did not finish because of coronavirus.
I check time will transact. It shows say among we will get visa. But again, I wish I get man with the climb all wall.
That kola nut day.
Spider-Man is joke. If you like when you born your pikin, you go put your name to say Richard.
Hey, iri waka usota magifo inkwale keep it on me na chef cooker. We arrange all journey for kitchen, no time for gas cooker.
I catch my foul. It's a
all man welcome. I welcome all man people from China where they know my backside. So a great organization called AMIC, the biggest group in China, the most powerful group where they push this program in the right direction. All man welcome. Auntie Ate, Aring Ate, I salute you, mom.
Before I want wise, my men the enter.
And I welcome all the past.
Use a rich head father. They say who can answer the matter. But problem not there who go because you
I
get
don't know why they say the word because I don't change my phone.
I
don't know why they the word I'm
on. Put for the foul and feather. I don't know how to answer them. Lord,
I welcome all man.
Transact come together.
We get big talk today for talk and I welcome all man.
You never see this.
You have been by Samson. I'll take you guys to be poor.
The quarter foul don't make chop.
Welcome, bro.
Deciding I go chop like chop for cow. Cash my foul, it's a danger. That kind of foul, a danger. I start the check how he go die. And how I spice some with the ginger. As country foul, he start the run. Me too, I follow with my gun. Before I want wise, my men.
All man be welcome for house. All na welcome. We get big thing that we talk and today. And I'll be very happy for the briefing and the meeting they will get down regarding the communication with Tibor Nagy.
Let them go. Case go nowhere. Thank you, Pa. We don't go. We assure you no one foul, no go lost again. And as for Richard, just begin tell you. We no one see for our corner has the pass again. He be done for some dog, say move on and chop. We then see and say the dog be there and dog. We don't drive with the dog. Now whether we eat a dog still for a cage.
So finally, at least we don't finish the time to welcome all man. Brian, you say you want to be my Goliath, eh? You want to be my Samson. Leave that fake pastor them. At least we don't pass that level them again. If Ambazamzam they still continue to keep them, give them a lifeline, na them sabi. But as for we move ahead, full throttle. We'll leave we'll leave them for back. Unless we see that they already disturb window, we'll come back again for can focus on. But ladies and gentlemen, once more I want to welcome una for this No Conny Talk Show. We'll get very important things and today for present and for una. We will go straight for our presentation. At least after we done salute all man. And I want to start today for talk about the thing the way that happened for Ground Zero. We don't see for issue again. That Mbororo militia them. They don't come cut one mammy for they will collapse. Cut mammy where they go for farm. When I see the picture where they for here. It be so gruesome one, not even put them around, wipe all the places. Them other places are put and red. Now blood they don't cover the mommy or a mob they don't cut out collapse. That Bororo people them when a militia them not be seen at the whole Bororo community, but they don't select some Bororo militia them. They work full time now with La Republic du Cameroon, who know their base. They run the be new base for Subum. Unfortunately, now for inside my own backyard for inside Boyo, where then they will go uproot them. Out they will promise them that we will deliver them for our people them. We will uproot them and stand together with the Ambazonian Red Sea, where they don't form the new group, where they don't form the ADF don't try for their best for already equip them. Unfortunately, the equipment the way we supposed to reach for them during the Bui incident, they be all captured and for inside the Bui, but we try for see raise something for help them, and we try our best, but it be so overwhelming. Almost all groups then for Ground Zero, the contact we say the one join we, in particularly from a sector they for Savannah states, all the 7 states them for the people that the one join for this side, the one join all my one AK, all my one granite, we get very limited supply. But I get an approach where we would work with the general for try for educate all the forces them. Me, you know, rely so much only on the excesses or the enough we get them. But for manage a small one who want get them for be effective. That means if you come again only 5 granite, we go teach you, we go program you how to go for operation with 5 granite operation. So that by the time the other one come, you know go talk say now because you get you one way now 100 granite before you go fight. No. When I remember the spirit for General Ivor. So now the thing and that we will try to do one with them. But at the same time, if we get even like 20 stick the way they enter for inside Ground Zero for one time, imagine the 20 stick them, we get the Atlantic states them where they wait them, you get the Savannah states them where they wait those granite them, you start now for Osa go end for Osa. So now why that way the main strategy, the focus over on those guerrilla team them, those contender force group the way now they work up from one place to one place for strategically carry out those offensive for liberate our land against this republic, but those residual or block by block forces them, or village by village or county by county groups the way they want join we and where they partner with we, they go also get enough AK them for protect themselves and for defend their village against the terrorism the way La Republic du Cameroon they use them for terrorize our people them for village. But today I go and start for approach with humility our forces the way that they operate between Bafut and Befang. Primarily those 2 zones them be controlled on a large scale by the British Southern Cameroon Resistance Forces and the 7 Qatar forces. Those are the 2 major groups on Ground Zero that are defending that particular stretch of the ring road, which is very crucial. You know, we are going to implement a policy to effectively control every inch of the ring road from Bamenda to Wum to Nkambe to Banso to Fundong, come back up to Bafut. All that stretch of route, we have to put it on my computer and the computer of General Efang and Benedictwa to monitor that route, the position of every La Republique or every occupation forces that are there. We want to know and we want to have their picture. And we are asking for our citizens to make themselves available to provide for us this information, provide every picture you can get and the description of that location, and our forces on the ground are going to take care of that business. One by one, we are going to liberate our land from the hands of the Egyptians, the hands of the terrorist forces of La Republique du Cameroon, who go from village to village, take no prisoners, kill our elderly citizens, kill mad people, kill handicapped people, burn them alive, and they will cover up. We are left on our own to defend ourselves and to fight for our liberation, and we must do it. This is a call for national duty. We will not pass this battle to another generation. So I want to salute all man. SIM card B. I salute you. Aranye Akut. So I want to welcome all man for us. I welcome Gabi Shina. You know, if you come for us, I know salute you, mama. Welcome. Erika Zara. I'll take you go swimming pool. So I want to salute all man. I want to welcome all man for house. We'll get a lot of big things the way it happen for we. And may your heart not be troubled. Ambazonian will have its independence faster than you can think. We have had a lot of success, and the testimony of those success are just so so much that I cannot begin to tell you. A lot of people have heard Tibor Nagy's speech and then they be worried, but worry not. I'm going to dissect it for you, play you the whole clip. We will take on step by step, tell you who's our day for diplomacy, which way mean for our diplomat, our targeted diplomacy for inside America, and which way mean for the negotiation, expected negotiation, for make sure someone will get victory with a quick possible place. We will also talk about the issue of leadership. Dr. Ayabacho's speech, which way mean for the entire revolution. We will break and down. We will talk about even Seseko, his own response or lack thereof. We will talk everything, put on for ground, no corny. So I need to come today for now like deputy chief for the Ambazonian Defense Forces. Today I need to come like ambassador for the interim government. Neither am I coming like a top 8 for the governing council, but I come today to you like your servants, your activists, your civil liberty activists, your Pan-Africanist, the Ambazonian pro-independent activist, Capo Daniel, Sense Pass King, Lukong, two-side collapse of a Sabi, other title. Now for my name ide. I been a countryman, I been a man where they talk when I talk, they talk where they talk and for our hospital them, the pidgin language for Koto would they talk them, for player though would they talk them, for market would they talk them, because now the language of the people and now the people's language. So I therefore una corner they be done come for twist brain them. For tell una say man way of a Sabi no be correct man. But one tell una say man way of a Sabi na genius. Na genius. Now why that we fit stand today we sitting where it will happen inside 2 years, we go talk them and it will happen. So be na two-side collapse. Two-side collapse na transparent person like justice. You dey for two-side. The one can tell una say for we for Africa, two-side collapse is no fine. Transparency no fine. They say transparency na gossip, na talk for you go talk for day. No be talk for you go talk for day. Na certain is supposed to be. So today na Goliath na Goliath go die. Na Goliath go die for David Ihan. No be Samson. No Samson no dey for the house today. So anyway, we'll go straight for our presentation. I will just want to take that small time for be humorous and welcome all man for house. So we'll go straight into our topic. I done left that area for Goliath and Samson them for I done left that one. They not be worth my time again. When I know say we then have a big with the face the bigger picture. Now this also sends me picture. Oh yeah, they are suppressing. They are just informing me that Facebook is still suppressing the viewership because we be done ask some few people them me then test the system how Lucas how when I appear for this show how it go be how the response go be. So some people that they see talk say the viewership still be suppressed, but it no matter as we done talk the revolution shall not be televised. One for tell us say the revolution shall not be televised, and I will start with my sister Mimi for before I enter for my presentation. When I be there tell me for be there for ground zero. It be the expose La République du Cameroon too much. So wait then do na say then get a foreign company me offer a good job. We talk so because we don't get the same type of offer them. We don't deny them because we don't put Ambazonia first. They offer me for good position. Me go for one man country go work because Pobia no one see for they tell Pobia say the war you know we kill him. But me for na Ambazonian so he go for even though he go abroad. But inside her heart, he still stand, they still do that same good job, and we congratulate her for that one. Sometimes it be the way be the shake small, but we still say it still stand solid for speak the truth and for expose the devil, and we'll continue to encourage me continue to do the same job where we do from Ambazonia. No matter which way they offer and for me not forget, say he won't be for place where he be today now because it champions the cause of the common people. So, but today I want to start for Befang. And I want to talk before one go for the main topic when have the speech about Tibor Nagy, which we don't hear them from our own insider them for day, and which way our own diplomat that they give we as feedback concerning that, and which way our advisor that they give. So but before one go for the one start for Saloda Mamiwe that Bororo militia them way Cameroon government they use them now full time for begin do their dirty job. They run do for you for tell them Mami if family say we go back and back. We will also carry reprisal action them against that Cameroon military forces because now the only way that we will stop the impunity because the international system they don't deserve to stay quiet. So now up to us for defend ourselves and for take defensive action through reprisal actions them for make sure that kind of attack them be stopped for our area. So I'll start for Befang. For Befang, from Bafut to Befang stretch of the ring road, we don't get so much complaint, too much complaint for the Befang people the way they did for inside Bamenda, even for some of the fighter them now, even recently. Commander Kumba, I will call it Commander Kumba because the forces them with the British Southern Cameroon and the 7 Qatar they go no. And they bring this in for public because it need for solve, and we need for also send a message to the public and the general community of the Befang people for Ambazonia. Me then also be sure say the leadership them, the activists them, they take this thing seriously and they will give a set each thing them. Me be very clear. We know say for 2 years now they don't block road for between Befang and Bafut. Now only moto Ben Sikin the pass. They left some people that they pass. But when they see a Befang person, they want come, they remove them from moto, they beat them. And that kind of policy them, if as they apply them broadly, some soldiers they get excesses, they even seize people their phone the way they come out for Befang day. Who no fit begin do anything collective or blanket punishment sanction of our people them, we need for stop them. And as leadership for this struggle, as activists them, we need for put that pressure for make sure say everybody to work within the expected norms of our people because this is their fight. So I'll put this one there and I will talk exactly what it happen. We know say the forces them for day as well as we will be very concerned. Say a legitimate target there for inside Befang. Because like the Republic du Cameroon, they don't be some base, they don't set up a base for inside Befang day. And all our forces they be very angry. But they need to understand say no be the fault for that Befang people and say like the Republic can build that base for day. When I know say the time for I will talk for the forces them for British Southern Cameroon resistance forces and the 7 Qatar all member them for the contender force, so people they defeat and never criticize the ADF or anything we concern them. I hope so and I will be very happy for the one to this side they criticize them. But I want to talk for those forces them for understand. Say in that early stage for this struggle, the time where Commander Kolo BCD, Commander Kolo BCD for inside Befang day, it be been one of the strongest forces the world I ever see for ground zero from that area, from between Menchum Valley, other Menchum Valley area them. No man will be the fight for that place reach General Kolo. General Kolo be get at one time over 150 soldiers them for day. Today I don't talk for someone they already carry for Bamenda or they try to see how we una know say soldier na soldier. How we do try to integrate them for inside Bamenda brigade them and all that kind of stuff them, but they won't go them back. When I fit testify, I think the 7 Qatar them and the British Southern Cameroon resistance force they fit testify say plenty of that soldier they don't come out can be now an IDP them and they no be happy. Even the population for Fang too they complain that road they don't lock and too long and then the rest became be a little bit aggressive for people the way they come up for Fang. When they select motor they move people they for Fang they then begin the shake them small, you know, correct. So since where some of those since where General Commander Kolo be done die for day, then shoot his second command. When I know say second commander be handicapped now because they shoot it too for day. They force them, most of the remnants of the force and they don't join the British Southern Cameroon resistance force, they don't be accommodated by General Arake inside a guide them. So now most of the guide them where they need for inside that area for day, they don't be accommodated. But some of them also then too they need to be very happy because that force them, they see say a little bit gone, they need to give correct English stick for their own people then too. They get only for when I know what I mean. But at the talk I'm sorry I mean all the force them where they no be happy. Me then come back. The one come back, the one can see fight. They no fit be IDP. Then force the no one be IDP, the one come back and fight. And the Befang people they complain the need for general they need for do it way in need for please them. I'll contact the general them as I always contact them, but I need to talk for the public also because a public matter now. Now the kind thing and this way if we no handle and we care, tomorrow we'll start to say black leg they will appear here and there because of frustration. So General Aga way they for La Republic when I be Cameroon general way they for inside that Menchum Valley day. Even Tawe Kolo be there. I remember Tawe Kolo be there. Then fight General Aga way one can land for the helicopter. Then stop it helicopter for can land for that place for inside Menchum Valley day. All man know that place they be fight right from Bauru go right to for Mukrubu. They be fight for the other side and go burn General Nkolo because born even this Cameroon La Republic their general for the General Agaba General Aga he continue strong for column General Aga. Then go born he has need the cash. Then born has hand the cash and put petrol throw fire. Well yes that general he get own Odeshi. The born has need the born. He struggle for can land for a village with helicopter, the cow helicopter. General Kolo stop him for he enter. So General Kolo, me rest in peace. Now some of those general the way una no be done hear about them, but they don't die, they don't board the land with their blood. It be there for inside Befang. Befang be done turn up strong. So the fact say it don't die so tell la Republic don't can open camp for inside Befang. Me all our forces them may we understand. Say not be the people they are for. The election where it pass for inside Befang will not begin punish the normal civilians them unless we already get proof say some man we go vote. We go sanction it in a reasonable way. We no fit ever practice collective punishment for say me the punish the whole village. Even though we know say for Palava and Kambe, we need for surround Kambe the begin passenger the way they go for Kambe where they come over Kambe, we need for begin search them double. But for Befang no be the same case because we don't see the corruption for Kambe. It be so epidemic. We no fit allow our people to meet and corrupt them. That way they go on for Kambe. But when it comes for Befang, at the appeal for General Ariki, at the appeal for General Kata. Say me them take a softer approach, me them open the road between Befang and Bafut. It no go stop La Republic for Kamde. It no go stop them still for Kamde. We will still fight for give more popcorn for support them for way they go fit defend that stretch of road. But the population where they dey for Befang, where their community where they for inside Bamenda now, they no fit go for village. They no fit go for village because of the way they treat them. Not only because of the way they block road, but the way they treat them. When they come, they put they pass inside for inside Ben's skin. They go select them. If you come on about Befang, they go bid you first. They don't begin to see some people that phone them. So the people they need to see go back to village. People they vex. Elders and fund they vex. When I know say when fund they need to give you a blessing, till they tithe. For this battle, when I know say fund no palace no the way nobody bless Ambazonia. No palace no the way nobody bless Ambazonia. Whether on a like or not, whether poor beer give them money or not, they still give their blessing. Yes, for Mukuru, thank you, my brother, Mr. Njang, for Mukuru Day. Right from Barowu to Mukuru. You know that battle. Ambazonia will not fight. We don't fight the fight. So, me when I remember, I want to talk so that me, General Kata and General Arike, me, they know so we don't get people them for day before now that one can stand for inside the Unasino. So that me, they respect those general them. When I remember, I said during that battle, some one ADF fighter the way General Ivo be sending right from Kumba. They require na Kumba self in a come name na Kumba. Kumba can go join the boy them. Then fight. After General Koloran die, una supposed to even give honor for Kumba because Kumba na man we don't go training for inside ADF camp. He know how to manipulate weapon. Na man we know how to teach soldier to have a fight. So they were supposed to even give na general rank for the. But una dey for inside they must always consider the people of that area. If they go appoint commander for Befang, when a commander will commander for different side, when a local unit, it need really fine because the whole idea for block by block. Now say me for that small area, now the people of the fight. But when it comes for leadership, you do want give some leadership where go give honor for the boy the way they be done already did it. The one the way they be done start that force for them, and the one the way they be native to that area, it please them some kind of way. So I go consider and say, me, the British Southern Cameroon forces, will not consider the Rue General Commander Mbanga the doing for inside Befang Day. Because some other soldiers and they would do not so but inside their heart they still talk say no, they might be supposed to be in the one, supposed to be in the one, yams and done, yams never done. And they talk about public because they go here. And when they go here, things they go calm down. Not be only soldier, but the general population they go calm down. And I want to assure you, we will follow up with the leadership on the ground for the forces them for make sure say we transmit the same message for them. Need to make ultimately that road me or things start become work fine for the population so that together population resistance and Ambazonian armed resistance they would work hand in hand. Na so no Barowu yeah Baworu that road be there so against some man where they call na okeke that driver be na okeke una okereke una no okereke that okereke we begin some old Peugeot we back down come we drive that road all that road then go for Womb come for Bull Road other place than so. Ambazonia, Ambazonia, we will take our land. So my country people, we will leave that one now. We will also talk about the war against collaborators. We don't talk or we don't promise and say all man way don't enable or collaborate with this alien government for institute and force upon Ambazonian people them election for La Republique du Cameroon. All of them need to be arrested as soon as they get for our land. So we're going to take the case one by one. Today we're going to start for Tombe. For Tombe, they don't can install their mayor for inside Tombe. I don't forget we will go for Lebialem. Before one go with this important topic, they move first start with Lebialem. Lebialem, I not go one over myself because I've been now for Northern Zone, but as an activist, I'll be free for swim outside for the river. For Lebialem, wahala dey for ground. They say Phil Masha the fight for inside election. CPDM election, Phil Masha own candidate dan lost election. That means that they don't arrange with Phil Masha so he send some group for Red Dragons and me and go vote. I will bring una proof. Red Dragons send people that me and go vote because for CPDM Liso, me and go vote. They arrange some one own candidate go win. They don't give them sute na 50 picks for election. Election bribe. Election don't go na sute Phil Masha own candidate. Idam fe. They don't go born house. Yesterday I talked to they don't born house. For person way if win election. They not born in house, but then born house for the other person for intimidating so that me no come for the election time. Then the other councillor them be intimidated. Then they no vote the person. Now other person vote. So fight the day now so for inside Lebialem between Red Dragon people. They fight for election. Mr. Mano talk say Capo Daniel no be done talk. I go leave one for day. I no go further without proof. I go come back next time. For my next show, I will bring una evidence, physical evidence. When I go here, time I be talk 2 years ago, say Phil Masha. Any man will go take gun to kill another Ambazonia. Deliberately for political reason. When I wash and pay back, there is no redemption. All man will commit capital crime. There is no redemption. There is no redemption. There is a reason why communist people them, when you do treason, they put bullet for your back head. They put bullet for your back head. Now why they talk say some people then they we need for throw them. So first anyway, maybe we'll go back for Tombe. We'll handle this issue for Tombe before they go before. So for Tombe, we want to talk about Ngasa Rose, Madame Ngasa Rose. Now Madame Ngasa Rose this for here. Now see that woman wear this that Shantabia. You want for here so now that. That Shantabia, I can't dress them. Madame Ngasa Road, there are people that die for inside Tombe. You don't go carry CPDM Kaba well and for your head you want being a mayor. We don't tell when I say collaborators and enablers. When thing they go start hot, place for hide in no go day. Madame Ngasa, they put your picture over here. For tell you say, well boys they will arrest you every time if you don't leave Tombe tonight. They will arrest you. Maybe at the talk self so they go and pick you if you don't run by. No, so you don't run by now. But Madame Ngasa Rose, you are wanted for violating the sovereignty of Ambazonia, for corrupting our people and disobeying the will of the people who have demand for stop of political participation. Madame Ngasa, you are wanted wherever you are, whether in La Republique or in Ambazonia. Any Ambazonia soldiers will see you and they'll pick you up. If you step your foot again in any house in Ambazonia, that house will be confiscated. If the boys cannot keep that house, they will do other means that are within the tradition and custom to make sure that we keep the integrity and we stop impunity of our people. Now, Madame Ngasa naida for the second one way for Madame Ngasa a corner. That man way Benny hate to wear gloves to diamond. Now a bong basil. Where? A bong basil. This one. Ebong basi the one way they kona Madame Ngasa mapumana onda na idi so ebong basi this pa ma izumi face mona here di pa basi idango ngambe mandango naki deal say they go give Mex me go be mayor go be mayor he kill a woman di basi o na the siam for palava election una hear people they die so The pa basi na idi say I don't know whether the arrow they show a face fine. Ebong Basil. He go take Meximan go give Mexican say go and be mayor. He go be mayor. Go sacrifice the woman in life. All man for inside tombe know am. The Meximan to give you that Mexican, he fool you, he talk. Wouldn't hear all thing will happen. Basil, you kill a woman. You just bury the woman on the 29. I don't give you small facts that you know. You don't breach the law of the land and they go catch you. They go catch you. You want go take a mayorship, you go sacrifice your woman for mayorship, or play people that they first die. They don't first deny saying no man no go enter for day. You don't go say you want go fox, say go enter, you want go find a way to for inside your own day. Now which kind of money they go give you for day? You know they go for places thousands of people and they for una two for go vote for make election, say you want be mayor. For go do it to that mayorship. The other one way she don't for a corner, that one way carry this green red yellow too for waste. The other one will green yellow. Now Ngwese Eta, this one Ngwese Eta. Well, now the second time they see the enter for the election, say one be mayor. Now you don't win the election for mayor. You don't go sacrifice a woman, you know see win election for mayor. Now your brother that for the corner, now you don't win. Ngwese Eta will win the election for become mayor for a second mandate for inside Tombe. This man, when I remember say them born the election where they for Tombe. Them born election office for Tombe. Your house do they for behind. I tell you the one so that mean you know say we get sorry hard. Your house they directly for behind election for Tombe. The one born your house that time now we intervene. Now we intervene. Say me they left you. They force you for put your name for that list. We don't try for contact you for talk. You say you work about quarter. You talk say you know be apply you for election. Now you that. Now you that go wear green red yellow. Symbol of oppression for Ambazonia can't stand up for this say you been a mayor. No be deny say you don't be put your name for that list. You feel say we will let you go so. You feel say the Ambazonian boys them whether they born they has the key their people them. Just because they talk say they want independence. They go shidong they go left you begin chop the money. You go chop the money. Man will get 11 pikin. 11 pikin. This man get 11 pikin. Just it's another you get two women, one na a Nigeria woman. I talk so that me know say we know it very well and our people then there on the ground. As we don't talk, all citizens when wanna see any enabler, these collaborators wanna take their picture, describe their house and their location, wanna send them for we will pass those information for the Ambazonian forces them, meet them, make follow-up investigation, arrest them, question them about this crime against our people and against our sovereignty. Now man we get 11 pikin. Still after that 11 pikin, a one woman, na Nigeria woman, and then I married another Bakosi woman. So you get two women for house. Then it is sleep pikin for 16 years old. It don't sleep the girl from 16 years old. So they, for 3 years it is sleep with the pikin. The girl and get belly now. Born pikin for ye. Born pikin for ye. Sleep on the age girl. Now witchcraft. Oh, when I see the people then now witchcraft. Witchcraft. 11 pikin. Two women, you go sleep small pikin, school pikin, 16 years old. So they give belle, bonam. You been a curse for instant Ambazonia. At the talk, call your name. So after the call your name, carry her back the go. Carry her back the go. If you want see, she don't for day. Any of una, if una the sick, una get medicine, if una the sick, una get medicine, una carry na medicine because no one here tomorrow una family because they don't arrest you one if you get high blood pressure. Hey, if you get high blood pressure, no, we not go here. I will leave una neighbor them for the. I not go focus on this other one. This NS way today for the other one them they go. The system una know una position now inside Ambazonia. When I go she down for etundi would probably begin chop that money immediately call and say Anglo fool them. Una left our people them. So we also want to talk say there is a trend going on now since the Sci-Life firm it don't come back for inside Ambazonia for them for begin take testimony for IDP them. For twist the narrative, how we all their things that don't fail for the diaspora for food, Donald Trump and the international system, they don't begin take testimony for IDP them. When I see how Sally can bring them, they interview them, nothing then that way the firm that I give them idea me then do one for try for deceive the international community for make sure say me they don't hear our plight as Ambazonian people them. More and more of this type of activity they will go on. But we know say the refugee the way they live today, they don't speak freely about what way they happen. Why they not go for Nigeria go interview the refugee them for day? Why they want interview the Rwanda for inside for ground zero? We see even for Ngabu, the rare people the way they be survive for day. They run camp for inside forest. They can select na few one the way they go fit intimidate them. Me then give their own narrative. Na here where they can select them for interview them. So but we don't make sure say me the international community when they fight for Gator they go talk say they work with Amber Boy them. But we don't try na say me the truth come out outside. Nothing but the truth. Me come out for outside. So we go now for Tibor Nagy's speech. We go for Tibor Nagy's speech. We go na no worry. We come. Very, very important. Now the primary presentation now for today, Tibor Nagy's speech. When I hear what happen for America, Tibor Nagy now a very important personality for international diplomacy because we know very well America remains the hope of mankind. America now the city where it on top hilltop. Now the country where we look upon, say if some country give a stand for our back na America, and B make your heart not be troubled concerning the America. The first thing we need for know first thing now say what self-determination need for come out for we. It come out from we. And from experience, it no be anything again for inform on. I say most of the African country the way they stand like them be independent, they not actually be independent like La Republic, they get political independent, they not get economic independent. And which way it be very challenging for we now say we fight out of our own pocket, we never make any deal with any foreign company, any foreign interest. So when we go get our independence, we go be the first African country will be completely free for decide and for grow as it's supposed to be to its full potential. Even for Rwanda, they still go negotiate with Uganda, where Uganda, they use Uganda, British government use Uganda for begin control a lot of places than for Africa there. So we'll get a very strong and clear case for we for Winam. I will present them for Uduna. And I will present the success. We will be successful for present our case for the international system. So may your heart not be troubled. But before I want to take this video, maybe we'll go through the video step by step. I'm going to try to give you an extra in-depth presentation. Maybe we'll sabi way to way with get them from our own diplomat and from the inside information the world and get them take our time for talk with the people that we then do for the inside that for inside the American government, the one that we then get top level clearance, the one way they are lawmaker, the way they talk with we, they sympathize with we don't contact them for find out about their opinion about which way Tibor Nagy talk. They don't talk and we go present them for Uruna step by step. So maybe we'll go for the video. So this video the commander for some conference for inside America where Tibor Nagy he attend them. For this conference, all man fit come for there. You don't need invitation for go there.
Greetings, Mr. Ambassador. I am Martin.
I don't know why this in the show, eh? When I went, I check this camera again. Now give me some few minutes, I check this camera is setting. Why in the show? It's supposed to be the show so that I'm gonna see the output. Why is it not showing? It should dark. Anyway, we will go ahead for Siduam. Ma see if I fit put the other way when I fit see okay. At least now it is. I'll put the one for me to play alongside, and then I'll play the real one for background. Maybe we'll follow him. So, so first of all, this conference where the Tibor Nagy they organize them for America Day. Any man fit go there without invitation. You don't need to get invitation for participate for this conference. So any man if you work and enter for inside there. The first person where you want ask this question. Now Ayims, una see na Ayims, una know Ayims no. For my way no Ayims na the Zawari crew. That people the way they be go line up here and Samuel Sako. Either like Samuel Sako or Secretary of State. Now here Sako they be right later say they want go make speech for inside United Nations about the Zawari nation. They can't lie say they want go use them for diplomacy. Una year my player make una the year. How you the shake? A whole person where you talk say now you be government. You go fear for introduce yourself. You even fear for call yourself interim government. What that shall not right here.
Greetings, Mr. Ambassador. I am Martin Ayim.
Yeah.
Well, So Ambassador,
Yeah, it should shake.
Well, so Ambassador, we appreciate your effort in Africa, and we are very hopeful that it will continue. My question, a prosperous Africa, Ambassador, is one whose problems are tackled, the root causes of problems are tackled head on. If we go round and round, we don't tackle the problems, Africa will continue to be struggling. I'm asking in the area of human rights abuse, human rights protection, and genocide, ongoing genocide in Africa right now. Case in point, British Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. And the second problem is uncompleted decolonization on the continent. Where that is not the case, when there's no completed decolonization, there's a problem. The question is, what is and what will it take for the US to make a statement and stop genocide and foster colonization and foster the implementation of, stopping decolonization?
You've hit about 5 subjects there, but I will do my best going through there. Okay.
So it be very important for make Ameguna understand what really happened. For those who people around here, they had the shake. So La Republic, they already start printing newspaper. They talk say Ambazonia and the separatists are very disappointed with Tibor Nagy. Una wait. Either ask you a direct question. Say me Tibor Nagy talk about the decolonization process for Africa as well as the issue of genocide. Tibor Nagy dan talk say get about 5 topics. Una hear.
Number 1, I think when I spoke to this group the first time, I said that over my many years in Africa, one kind of philosophy I built up for what the U.S. should and shouldn't do. I am not a proponent. I don't support issuing lots and lots of empty statements.
I want me to understand what way Tibor Nagy talk. It inform me say, the talk empty talk where you no get any value.
With each new statement, you devalue the currency.
When you talk, it means when you talk plenty things plenty time your language you're talking to get weight again. You need to get weight.
And if you issue statements, it makes you feel good, but it doesn't achieve anything. I really want to focus on achieving things.
So which way they talk now say America, because they speak on behalf of the government of America, their main focus now for accomplish things for get things done. Forget things done. Una follow through.
And I have found that one of the really, really good mechanisms or tools the United States has in moderating behavior are our sanctions policies. I have been...
So, what's where Tibor Nagy talk, it be very important, Meguna here Ambazonia. He say, they don't like for overtalk. Because when they overtalk, their talk need to carry weight. But it's America, their instrument for solve problems, for alter the behavior, for rook states them. Not be just talk. Now their policy for sanction. That means that their sanction, now it speak, now it tell una which way they want do and which way they want accomplish. It be very important because we don't try to get conversation with some of the insider them for they meet and give you exact perspective so that maybe we not get them wrong with our analysis. Make it not be saying that we and then our own diplomat that they give you information, but we will try to get their own perspective from inside their lawmakers, their offices them on which way they mean. So which way American government they talk, now their policy they talk them. Not be their language they talk them, but now their instrument to alter behaviors of rook state like that of Pobia is their sanctions. When I hear,
absolutely, in many ways delighted when I have visited around the continent, speaking to people, including leaders who have complained to me bitterly when we have sanctioned, say, a senior vice president someplace. And lo and behold, you find out that then the leaders start thinking, oh, wow, the United States sanctioned a senior vice president. Could they be getting ready to sanction me next?
So he basically talks say when they start sanction one person, now a message to the hierarchy. So will that make you understand? Say if they don't sanction your lower person, you will be the next person. Right now, the American government they don't speak very loud and clear by removing Cameroon from the AGOA. That is a clear statement from the American government. According to Tibor Nagy, wait till they talk about it, I say, me gonna no mind about what way they talk am, but me gonna look what way they do, because their action and their words them when they do them now for accomplish. Not before those stats until we go level halfway, but then get the intent for make it accomplish a specific goal. When I hear,
because those sanctions really hurt, especially the elites. They really, really hurt. And I maintain that our sanctions policy has had an awful lot to do with some very recent advances moving forward. So I'm not that much into saying.
So when I hear it talks the sanction the way they done gam, it done be very instrumental for some things the way they move forward. When I remember say the sanction they kick in just this January, and I wait to wait Tibor Nagy if he try to refer them as way to way that move forward. From our conversation, if we get exactly the type of things the way they done accomplish them, now if we bring together a coalition of Western powers. They don't want to talk for social media or for announce them, because this underground diplomacy still be in the early stage, and Cameroon government get an official relationship with the American government. So they get diplomatic phalanx where they use, and that means a big talk for diplomacy them when diplomat they use them for these kind of things them. I go tell now exactly what will happen without any corny when I continue move follow.
Empty words. You know, sometimes we've issued so many statements that about the only way they would be impactful is dropping a carton of them on the head of the person we want to sanction. So I'm not into. I really want to change behavior. I want to end the atrocities. And then of course you hit on one of my deeply heartfelt pains, and that's Cameroon. And I keep thinking about what more could we be doing in Cameroon, because I know that every day the situation grows worse and worse. And in my own discussions with Cameroonians, I point out to the fact that, look at the United States of America. We won every single battle in Vietnam and we lost the war.
So what's the detail now? Very crucial. This is exactly what Iran talk and plenty time them. Say a communication where they communicate about the Cameroon authority them for the Republic of Cameroon. Now say them America, they tell una say we una no fit win Ambazonia. Una no fit win them. Una fit win every battle. Una fit kill every general who una know am today. New one that go Europe. New one that go Europe. So now wait till we tell them, say, don't communicate them for the Cameroon government. Say Cameroon government cannot win. Cannot win us. And neither na the same way they tell we, so we not win the Republic of Cameroon through war. But of course, we know so we not go win them conventionally. But ultimately, now the goal matter. When I hear.
And every day that the pain and the suffering goes on, unfortunately, more and more the people who live in Western Cameroon are starting to think seriously about favoring independence. And that, again, United States view is.
When I know what's the way they talk, it be very important to understand. As a diplomat, they are dealing with a state, a country, Cameroon, that is officially recognized by the United Nations as one country. That one are facts. But just the fact says something be legal, say something be lawful, it don't mean say be legal. I don't get the segment where I be explain upon the difference between lawfulness and legal. Lawful means wait. If a policeman don't see you where you stand for road, he say you are under arrest. No matter whether you don't commit any crime or not, he is acting under the law. He have the law. He have the right to do that. So he can do it. But does it mean that that arrest is valid? No. Eventually, when he go take you for police station, the commissioner go tell you, say, you let me go. A mayor or a person where the government don't give you power for sign marriage, any marriage certificate where sign them, it be valid, right? By the law, it be valid. It's lawful. So if that mayor should don't for a room, you and your girlfriend, you call if your phone say your name now wait, you say your name now John, wait to be your girlfriend name, you say your name now Mary, you write and sign and give a certificate. You people under the law, you are married because a competent person have signed that document. You have a marriage certificate, so you are married. But is that marriage certificate valid? No, it is invalid because it is not legal, even though it is lawful. Lawful means that an authorized person who have the authority have granted and have identified it and have classified it as such. So it is now lawful. The person have the right to marry you. He have signed the marriage certificate. You are now married. But is it legal? It is not legal. And legality is what gives something legitimacy. So the marriage certificate that was signed in the room of the mayor without any following the procedure that was laid by the law, by the constitution, that you must ask the two people, are you willing? Are you doing this thing? You must take an oath that what you are getting into, you have think about it very well and you have decided to commit to each other. Then you can go ahead to sign it and they'll ask you, do you take this one as your wife? You say, yes, sir. You sign. Pap. Ask you, did you take this one like a woman? You say, yes, sir. Pap. When you follow the legal procedure, then he signs, then you are now married. But if you don't follow the legal procedure, even though you have a legal document, it doesn't mean that you are actually married. Because when you go before the judge and they tell the judge that this certificate did not follow, was not obtained legally is different from law, you know. If they say it's not obtained legally, they will throw it away, they will tear it, squash it. They call the big language they teach us in school is squash. The judge will squash that decision and annul the marriage. The marriage will be annulled on the basis that it was not legal. It wasn't granted properly. So Cameroon have the sovereignty over Ambazonia. Cameroon is considered as one country by the international system that have, and all countries that have relationship and contract with the United Nations. As a member of the United Nations, they have to treat Cameroon as a state party and don't treat us as a state party, because on the paper they have acknowledged and agreed that Cameroon is one. But it does not mean that it is legal. So if they want to open that book to look, is this marriage legal? Is Southern Cameroon part of La République du Cameroon? Then they will say, did you follow the Helsinki Accord? All those big book that Dr. Cho is quoting, they will ask you, did it satisfy all these conditions? No, then this marriage was not done properly. We annul this marriage. Either you want to marry each other, you go and do it again. Oh, but this marriage certificate is wrong. Now you, Mary, go back to your house. You, Johnny, go back to your house. Ali. Now say day. So make we continue. I will tell now exactly which way talk and which way we will get them as feedback and which way actually mean and the action the way we will take them because of this statement when I hear.
Unified Cameroon. We support a unified Cameroon because the last thing after.
So which way Tibor Nagy talk? We support a unified Cameroon. Now a principle, now a diplomatic parlance where they talk say they support a unified Cameroon, and it fall within the opinion and which for America, you know, it is not convenient for any country to interfere or to intervene in the problem of another person. If you should not be a house, your neighbor they beat the woman, they fight, they call you, you talk say, Master, I want to stop that fight. You know, your solution cannot be that you want me them divorce. That divorce decision, the commander for the party, the way they be involved. So the American position about our struggle is that we should return. It is very important. They don't support the status quo. The Americans do not support Cameroon as it is. They have made it clear that they support something means that you are advocating for that thing. They are supporting a return to the 1960 constitution that is two states with separate entity functioning as one country. That is the position of the United States of America that they are advocating. That is the solution they are prescribing. And you should remember that Tibor Nagy have said that this cycle of war is not acceptable because they will not allow A to kill B, B to kill C. As he talk the country where one man the boss, another man go say go come boss your own eye. You go end up with the country where all man are blind man. So make a level make gonna hear. I go explain for now exactly which way they talk am.
Needs is another mini state that will be full of poverty and suffering and needing billions of dollars of foreign assistance to make it.
The part where they talk say they cannot support a mini state. They cannot support a mini state. It talk from the perspective of view of the lawfulness of Cameroon as a one country. Because in that perspective, he cannot stand and be taking side with a non-state partner as a diplomat. He has to use a language that will reflect the country or the partner that is in a relationship with them. And he's saying that for Cameroon to separate, according to the language that the Cameroon government is using, we are trying to secede, to cut off their country and make a new country of ours. In that circumstances, he is right to say that nobody will support a mini country to just come out of a country. But we are not fighting for that. That is why Cameroon is wrong, and that position is wrong. He's not actually defending that position. That is just a language he's saying. Because he says that talk say America, their statement and their action. So Tibor Nagy is not saying anything that he has not said before. He just simply said that we don't want a mini country. Even me, I don't want a mini country. Ambazonia too have said that we don't want a mini state, which coming out from a state, cutting off from another state. But we are a state. We are a state bigger than Switzerland. We are a state. We are a country, and the laws back it up. Before we go for that one, maybe we'll finish a man no drag talk for on top of this talk.
And then what happens if you split off part of Cameroon? What happens in parts of Nigeria?
So if you split part of Cameroon, what's going to happen with the Biafra? The Biafra too said they want to split. You cannot separate Cameroon because Cameroon is one and indivisible. The Cameroon you see as an entity is one and indivisible. But this Cameroon does not involve Southern Cameroon. So by principle, when the Cameroon is saying that you cannot divide our country, they will accept it as it is. But when they will go now to the book that he will quote, they will see that the Cameroon that you are showing have a different map. The Ambazonia that you are showing have a different map. But how do we get to that point? That is the crux of the matter. And that is what I'm going to explain to you people very, very in-depthly and very, very briefly so that you understand all these things as it is.
So that's not what Africa needs at all. But the Cameroonian government needs to get serious about a genuine peace process, genuine decentralization, genuine power to the local level. And then you mentioned neocolonialism and colonialism.
So that part where they talk, it is just simply talk, prescribe a local issue. There cannot be any centralized government in the world. It doesn't work. A centralized government doesn't work.
I remember that the first decision that the newly created Organization of African Unity had to take, very difficult decision, if you remember, was whether or not to recognize the colonial borders or to redraw them. And
okay, what's where they talk and it be very, very crucial. Even though it talk in perspective, for answer a question about Ambazonia in particular. So other part there for this talk where they talk some policy for America where we try to challenge them also. Where I know I go too deep inside, but I do focus on the part where they talk and directly where be more specific on Ambazonia. The idea, say where African country they will get independent. They will decide, African country they will decide whether for maintain the colonial borders or whether for stay with the border as it will be on independence. And wait till they be decide. The matter of the fact where they want to talk, where they reiterate and I said they be decide say me they maintain their borders. Now why that way for 1964 they be agree for sign the charter for East African Union where I have a chobi quote where a chapter article 4B where it also ratify the Helsinki Treaty where it talks say every country must maintain a border as they begin them for independence, and no country is specified say no country no fit unilaterally expand a border or occupy other territory without the consent, the given consent, without getting into a union treaty. So the Cameroon have not done. Cameroon is the union with Cameroon does not hold water. It is not legal. He is actually proving that it is not legal. There is a small, I will just talk one very fast so that I will not waste so much time on this. But what's what the challenge them broadly? We never be challenged before. Now the whole racism behind this idea. Say the African government them they be need for go sit down for decide on the issue whether the borders will be maintained or not. The whole this notion is racist in its bottom. It is thinking. And people like America who know better should not speak like this. And I'm speaking this one in English so that Tibor Nagy will hear. I know they watch my channel as well. They follow me very well because they know what we are capable of doing. and they know we are doing something very, very bigger than than Ambazonia. Is bigger than Ambazonia. The whole idea about African countries having to contemplate and make their own decision about whether to keep international borders. We are talking about international borders. These are not African borders. These are international borders with international treaties, whether to keep them or not. The first thing is that there is what they call the Atlantic Charter. I don't know whether I left the one or not, because when I know plenty zamzam I don't know whether I left this topic or not. But I will not talk them anyway. The one who believe so are follower, they are the most smartest people. Them I will talk them very, very short as possible. Then get where they call on the Atlantic Charter. The Atlantic Charter now time when the president for America, Roosevelt, he became meet up for inside the Atlantic Ocean together with Churchill. They make a declaration, an affirmation. It not be being a treaty, but an affirmation where it be the basis where 3 years later then create the United Nations. That affirmation, now he create the right of determination. Ma read some part of that that document. For instance, my phone for just 1 minute. For that document, it gets 6 points them. They affirm the right of freedom. That means that the people they don't fight war within themselves, and then they can realize and say, for the war to become peace, for be as peace where people they feel enjoy freedom without living in fear of torture or intimidation, so another country go can attack the other one, takes the other one in land. Every country where then develop for instance some category where they go consider themselves as a people, forget an attachment to a land, a physical geography where you go call them a people or a nation, like how we Southern Cameroon them, we can start our own journey. So we can be identify ourselves like a people with a single currency, with a Anglo-Saxon culture and all those things. Them they be talking for those type of people. Them you cannot take it away. It is not possible. Even if you come to subdue them, inside them they go. You know if you take away that nationalism. So they be then decide for make a declaration for that point. Say the whole world must respect this principle for the world to have peace. Then after they can get the declaration, the way they become affirm that same declaration, they be translate them into the United Nations, their agreement. Them the subsequent years them after. I go read that part for the law of the keynote of self-determination. We're gonna hear. It says, and it is a cardinal principle. That means that the foundation for the war, the entire war order. It says, this is it in my phone. A cardinal principle in modern international law that states the nations based on respect for principles of equal rights and fair equality of opportunity have the right to freely choose their sovereignty and international political status with no interference. It just simply talks say every people, like we Southern Cameroon, where the international law for Gambia assert them, so we remain a people, will get the right to decide which we want them for ourselves without any interference, including interference from America. Now we go decide them. We say now we go decide them. Now we, as we don't talk so one independent, we have decided. Now how we go do demonstrate them for the war? Maybe America go can tell we say they want the favor them or not, or they go get their opinion. But now we must show them, and I will show now the criteria where we must show them, say we get them. But first, we will finish this speech so that I will take one for the crux of the matter where it be so crucial for we as Ambazonians to get them.
After much discussion, they took the very painful decision that they had to go with the colonial borders because the alternative was much worse. You had two very bad alternatives, and they went with the lesson. And I know that continues to be a huge problem.
So the talk said they be decide for follow the colonial border them, for follow the border them, the colonial border them instead for decide for choose them. Why they be need for even that is not even supposed to be a question. That is not even supposed to be a question whether they want to go with international borders or not, because the declaration that forms the cardinal principle of the United Nations does not make Africa a separate country or a separate zone apart from Europe and Asia. Are we monkeys? We are not in the area, so we are dark. We are in the dark war, Mr. Tibor Nagy. You know better. Why would you think that the Atlantic Charter that was decided already that it is good for everybody is not good for Africa? This is the mentality that some of these white people have, that the African states are merely enjoying privileges that were meant for the white man and the white man countries. That we African countries, we are supposed to be like a place where they just come and gather resources, just take anything, and we don't have any say, because we are not yet developed like human beings where we can decide and make choices for ourselves. They have to sit there in America, sit there in France, sit there in Belgium, sit there in China, and tell us Africans what is good for us. Because we as African people, we don't have a brain. We are not collective enough. We are so stupid that we cannot exercise our right of self-determination. They have to decide when we are ready for democracy. They have to decide when we are ready to handle our own state. They have to decide. They have to do this. And by the only way of them succeeding is by making sure that only the stupid ones will sit on our head. To make sure that only the Atanganji Paws will be on our head. The Mr. Pobias will be on our head. To remove even the ones who look like door and put window. Put church windows so that they can come inside and steal our resources any way they like. I'm not accusing the America of stealing our resources, but I'm saying that this is their mentality, that we black people who are a people, they will not even tell our history. They will not even talk to us like equal, like state partners. Even though the Atlantic Charter is there for everybody, why do they want Africa to go and decide and make Africa's solution? What is Africa's solution? Is Africa not part of the United Nations? Are we not part of the United Nations? Are the laws that applies to America, that applies to Serbia, that applies to Crimea do not apply in Ambazonia? The same law applies. We as African people, we have that right too. The Southern Cameroon territory have become a category B territory. The first democracy. We could have been the shining star in Africa, the hope for freedom in Africa. But yet, they twist everything from England. They think that we are not good enough. We are not reasonable enough to be what we are supposed to be. And they go and tie up with a country that is full of virus called La Republic of Cameroon to destroy our culture, destroy our people, our way of life, and turn our people into zamzams. But the day of reckoning have come. The day of Ambazonian rising have come, where our people have taught themselves their history. Our people have taught themselves the right of dignity. Our people have taught themselves the treasure of freedom. That freedom is worth dying for. And we have demonstrated. General Baevo have bought the land with his blood, and we say that blood will not go in vain. And the world must know that we now value the freedom that we deserve more than the goals in the land. We now value that freedom as equal as the white man. We have risen to the stage of our civilization where we can say that we are willing to die. For you to take that land, for Mr. Pobia to take that land, we are all willing to die. Those of us in the diaspora, we have to start to pack your bag. If you're in the Americas, start to get your training. We have to start to return to our homeland to show the world that we are not only willing to talk, we are also willing to go down there and take that and pay that price for our land to be free. Like they gather themselves around the war, we have to know that the time have come for us to start to gather ourselves to go down there and fight. And all those who are not fit to hold a shovel, to allow those who are willing to hold a shovel to go ahead. They should allow those who are willing to hold a shovel to go ahead. We should go. We should go. The diaspora must start going. Tibor Nagy have ring the bell to tell us. I'm calling on Ayaba Cho to start looking for ADF fighters from the diaspora. It's time for us to go there and start to fight and show the war that we are willing to fight and pay that price. To show them that for them to take that land, they will have to pass through us. Not only one of us, all of us, they will have to go through genocide to take that land. We must demonstrate that resilience for us to be able to claim that which is ours. We must demonstrate that resilience. The world needs to see it. And I will show you how we are failing so far. I will show you also how we are failing so far. To make sure that if you don't do the right thing, don't think that it's just going to come on a platter full of roses. It's going to be a jacuzzi. No, it's not going to be jacuzzi. So Meg will finish his statement.
In Africa. So thank you very much for the question.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Nagy. And to my brothers and sisters, please stop trying to sneak in 2 questions. I just want to read a couple of questions that we got from Twitter. I think, what are your views and prospects for addressing
from Cameroon? I'm from Southern Cameroon. Please.
So unfortunately, the video no fit play all. But I will get una Ayabacho respond first. Then I go take una directly for the critical place where they for our struggle. Make una know, una see the clouds how it gather, it come. For no saying a time for we, but either we cross the river now. The Egyptians them, where they be the hunt our people, the Egyptian gods of the Republic of Cameroon, it don't gather a soldier, it don't tell them, when I remember on a petroleum for Sonera, when I remember on a CDC, when I remember all una Ghana call them for instance Ambazonia, all una Zamzam them. When I want left the mid and go so, they gather, the clouds are gathering themselves. The wolves, Emmanuel Macron now is talking. They are now ready. And Ambazonia, you have to know whether our Moses will have to lift that stick up to so that the Red Sea will part. And let us walk through that land, walk through that sea on dry land or not. You have to know because you have a part to play. You have to know whether you be among those who will be walking in front, or you will be one of those that the soil will have to open and swallow you. But you have to know where you belong. So first, I will go for the speech where Dr. Cho Ayaba he deliver them. For Giampo na megu hear them. I'll put off my back. I don't know what I will show because
the right to self-determination.
Okay, you need to show the same. I'll put on my back and then I'll put one for before here so that megu na see them for the meantime. When I go to hear a voice, but when I know the see, I will try to find ways to really happen.
Landed on the beach of because Hitler considered most European states as microstates, as a simple extension of the Aryan race. Ambazonians, including my own father, to make sure the right of Europeans to self-determination, to have the opportunity to determine the kind of political system, economic system, and social system that they have. Millions of Africans laid their lives in distant battles to protect the sanctity of life in Europe, to make sure we don't repeat Pearl Harbor, where the Japanese could simply fly their planes into a US base. Many black people laid their lives to ensure this core principle of self-determination, the right to determine your future, the right to determine your economic and political system, is not only enshrined in law, but becomes a customary practice to which all states must adhere.
Dr. Cho Ayaba tell the war. Say make the white people, they make them understand the battle to free and maintain the self-determination of the indigenous people, the people of Europe, was not only fought by the white people, it was fought as well by the black people, including the father of Ayaba Cho, including my grandfather. They harvested our people to go and fight for Europe, to defend their right of self-determination, to make sure that every European will govern their own country and live in prosperity. It is time for them to acknowledge that we in Africa, we have that same right. They nobody make that law now only for them. That war was not only about them. We also fought for that war. We also fought in that war in Europe. So I'm going to finish this speech.
Because the very crime of genocide is against that principle of self-determination, where peoples have been wiped out for simply aspiring to be free.
So Ayaba Cho talk about the issue for genocide. When a country, it don't cross that boundary, when it don't reach face with a situation where they don't reach for war, they know say the only way we will not take this country now for go through genocide, then it is enough. The war have to step in and say enough is enough. It's now time to put an end to this unnecessary war that we are not supposed to be fighting. But yet there we are. We are forced to fight a war that we don't want to fight. But we are forced to fight for our honor, forced to fight for our inheritance, forced to fight for our mothers, our children, and for our homeland and for our freedom. It's an existential fight. So ma give una ma break una first of all wait to go the crux of the matter. Ma move my shirt before I talk for this one because this is very important. This is a very important part of my presentation. Well, I need to talk and for una make una hear very well because this is a serious matter. Now the last stages in this for our battle before the war they push in a measure way, whether they will decide now for begin sanctions on people them or for put someone in prison or for go after beer directly because it come with the time we probably a transition they go through. The battle war be done announced for more than 2 years ago where they go on for inside La Republic of Cameroon between Mr. Paul Biya Bivondo with the Betty Bulu clique where they don't take hold the government for France they don't give them that mandate for control that land for them. Like the chief whip, they don't grow wings, spread their flanks around the world, get Israelis, them for come for train them for get their own tools. Now that problem where Mr. Macron he papa they be make them. You know if he solve them now because Mr. Paul Biya don't grow into power. You to say one fight, it one challenge the system. They take for how to go movie for try for contain we in a way where they feel contain we for the way where they feel in our level. But we need to show them say we'll be out of our level. In a moment like this, when Tibor Nagy he makes such a statement where he deserve that make the people of Ambazonia then respond, they speak. Who will speak for the people of the territory of Southern Cameroon? Who is speaking for the people of Southern Cameroon? And they ask this question because it be very, very crucial. Ma bend my shirt because the one na time for we for rule our sleeve and see the truth. Take the truth for the truth. Talk truth into power. Na time for we for talk the truth. No man no go escape this hour because this one an hour of truth. The hour of truth have come. The time to separate the sheep from the goat have come. The international community is taking it now to the level where it's supposed to go. And when I need to know what the way it happen. My four must leave them. We will enter the battle now. Wait where it happen. I say, in this moment, I want to ask you now. These are the facts. Dr. Cho Ayaba, that we, the activists, and those who have buy into his vision and think that this man is taking us to that direction. We have declared him he is the leader of Ambazonia War of Independence. But these are the facts. There are many other factions. There are many other movements in our revolution. There are two major factions. That means the two bigger ones with the highest influence on the actions on the ground and the popular mobilization of the people of that territory, Southern Cameroon, to fight and demand this independence. There are two of them. The interim government of Seseko Ayoktabi, the legitimate one, and the Egg of C. These are the two major factions. When Ayabacho speak out, he's speaking first as the leader of the Egg of C and the ADF. He's not necessarily speaking as a leader of the interim government or the leader of the Republic of Ambazonia. Those are facts. But the governing council and the Ambazonia Defense Forces are there to fight for the interests of Ambazonia, the people of Ambazonia. So when he is speaking, as a matter of fact, he is speaking for the interests of Ambazonia. Be very careful now. Listen to me very well. Listen to me very well. We must, for us to be taken seriously, for us to be set up for the freedom, for the prescription that is going to resolve this problem that they are working now, we must have somebody who can speak on behalf of all of us. We must have a single leader that can speak for all of us. Do we have a single leader right now that can speak for all of us? Yes, we have somebody who can speak for all of us. Look at Dr. Cho Ayaba when he speaks, how he articulates our struggle, the way it reflects the aspiration of our people for independence. It captures the essence and it puts it in a way that articulates that somebody cannot deny. They cannot take that narrative away from us. When he speaks that language, he speaks that truth. He speaks it out. He speaks it out. What is stopping us from having that singular voice, from making and channeling this man to position us. It takes one man to condemn the whole man race. It takes one man, Jesus Christ, to save them all. It will take one man to make everything right. We have had many leaders. Many leaders are from the time from Jongu Foncha till this moment. We have many leaders. It takes just one righteous of them to turn the tide of history. It takes one leader. There's no revolution with two leaders. It takes one leader who is going to impersonate, who is going to manifest the will of those people for us to see light. It takes one. It doesn't take two. That driver's seat is for one driver, not for two drivers. It's not for two drivers. And so long as when a leader speaks and he is being contested by other leaders, by other faction, then that leader, you are taking away from the revolution his ability to speak for us all. You are taking and robbing the people of that projection of a common leadership that is going to set us free. The world have made their mind clear that they do not want to see another Southern Sudan. Even if we say that it is okay for us, they have said that they don't want to see it and they will not participate or help. And there are things in our revolution and our independence that will not come only from us, but somehow must get that acknowledgement from the rest of the world. And we must meet that criteria of having a single leader who can speak on us. The people of the IG, you will look at Ayabacho speaking and you go back and you say that, no, he is talking for the AGC. He's not talking for me, because the wicked black man syndrome in you is telling you that you have to preserve and conserve that power. You are preserving that power for who? For Seseko. You are preserving that power from who? For Seseko. You don't want Ayabacho to be able to speak up for all of us, so you come and challenge him and say he's speaking for AGC. He's speaking for AGOFC, because in your heart, that corruptness, I mean, my dear brothers and sisters, even activists who started up picking up the mantle because they want to speak the truth and champions the cause of the poor people that were in torment back in ground zero. Those of us who had our good life in diaspora, who have our wives, children, buy our own houses, have good careers. Those of us who pick up the mantle to speak on behalf of these people have also become prone and be corrupted by money, by fame and career that have been promised to many people. Now activists are there pulling international attention towards themselves, pulling it away from the leaders that cannot make them to feel their peacock, to make them feel like they are high, they are something. They are the one who determine, they are the one who I am. They are now pulling and robbing the people of leadership. They are robbing the people of leadership. They are trying to attract the international community to themselves. By doing so, they are destroying that for which they stood up to fight for. They are taking away the leadership we have. I see them on their Twitter. Everybody is hashtagging Tibor Nagy and saying their own thing. Hashtagging Tibor Nagy and saying their own thing. Nobody is projecting the leader. Nobody is projecting that which is supposed to liberate us. If we are not projecting the leader, we are robbing ourselves from something that can liberate us. If we are trying to position ourselves as also leaders, if we fail to project and live the way we and play the role that we are meant to play, because somehow we have been affected by, corrupted by they want to be monopoly. They want to be the supreme, the only activist, the father. Even my own small brothers. Mark Barata is my younger brother. When it comes to age, he's my younger brother and a small boy than that. They want to become father. Ebenezer Akwanga Okomada, he's Papa Ambazonia. You leave Godidinka and call yourself Papa Ambazonia. Mark Barata, you a young man like you call yourself the father of activists. Whether it is true or not, it doesn't matter. I can make you even the godfather, even the god of activists. I can make it Ebenezer Akwanga. But if it does not give us that independence, what is it going to benefit you? If you are holding Ayabacho back, you don't want to give him that power, that voice to represent the revolution, because you want to preserve leadership to Seseko Ayok Tabi. Do you think Seseko is going to have that power again, that leadership, if you don't give that leadership to somebody who can give us that freedom? If you are there, you are holding the revolution back because they have given your own small pot, your own small position in the county by county. You are the county head. Hey, you are Mr. Minister, you are Mr. Ambassador. You are there instead of trying to empower leadership to have the freedom, you think that you will be you are afraid of giving somebody who is not going to give you power, because tomorrow he is going to be something. You are not sure whether you are going to something. You will not be something even when you hold it down. As you stand up for man is sleeper, say me no go before. You and that man will stand up for one place. This nonsense will have to stop. Our activists who have gained fame that they didn't have before because of our people's struggle, they have to accept that they are not leaders. When the leaders speak, when somebody who can speak on behalf of the revolution speak, that is the person you are supposed to be projecting outside. When you are contacting the international media, you are supposed to be connecting them to leadership, not connecting them to yourself. When people on ground zero are coming to you, you are supposed to be connecting them to leadership, not because the leader is a superman, not because he is so smarter than any one of us, but because that is the best thing for your interests. If you really want independence, it is the best thing for your interests. Because what you do is you have robbed us from that voice that can represent all of us. And the world will say, what type of people are these? Who is speaking on behalf of them? Hey, you go to the activist side, they are talking about themselves. Everybody is talking about themselves. Even if they want to take Ayabacho serious, they go to the people who have championed our struggle and they are not talking about him, they are talking about something. It will not work. If they go to Seseko, Seseko is talking about himself. He's not talking about the people who are outside. Now, palava this for before we. Now we go talk for we. Take the serious thing. Who shall you send to speak? Are we going to ask Seseko to speak on our behalf? Now? Where he is, can he speak on our behalf? No. Are we going to ask Patasang? No. Are we going to ask Kwanga Konilos? No. Are we going to ask who are we going to ask outside? Are we going to ask Mr. Yerima to speak on behalf of us now? To reply to Tibor Nagy? We have seen his response already. We can assess he's a great man, yes. But who shall be more effective? Who shall be more effective? That is the person we have to put him in front. We have to put him in front. Because if we don't put somebody who is effective in front, we are going to rob ourselves for that which we need very much. For the interest of the people, for the interest of Seseko, the interest of Mark Barata, the interest of all those who even have peacock syndromes, the interest of Ambazamzams, it is to put somebody in front, endorse him, and make him powerful enough to be able to represent our struggle without any contestation. Because the contestation is now the problem. That is what is giving us, that is what is giving the international community the impression that we are not ready. And if I discussed with them yesterday, I talked with the people in America in some of their law office. I spoke to them directly for like 3 hours. And this is something they tell me. I try to tell them, oh, you know what? You know who is who? They say, of course they know who is who. Of course they know that this one, Sako, is this one. They know already. They know that Ayabacho is this one. They know already. They know all these things. They know me. They know Mark. They know everybody. But what they say is that if somebody can be successfully use Ambazonian soldiers on the ground to kill 23 people, according to the report that they are getting, in Bui, because of political power, how do you expect them to come and fight Paul Biya, who is doing the same thing, and then we have somebody who is doing the equivalent on our side? How do you think they will come and do that? They will not do that. I said, no, but you know this man is doing this thing. Because they say, and so what? How do they care? If he can successfully get some appearance of legitimacy, still have some Ambazonian walking around him, it means that it is our failure. The success of Sako is the failure of Ambazonia. Let's be clear about it. The success of Sako is the failure of Ambazonia. More so to the interim government. His success is their failure. And it has to stop. It has to stop. If it doesn't stop, it will bury us. And you should know, you that is withholding your support because of this corruption of the corruptibles, of the fame, of the idea of not wanting somebody to go because you have the wicked man syndrome, is not going to help us. It's going to be disgusting. Because you will force some of us to go there and take the bullet. Because some of us will not be able to live with the shame of being a part of Cameroon. We cannot. Some of us who have seen the faces of those our boys who have bought that land with their blood, we cannot. It is not possible. The amount of blood that have been spilled, it is not possible. The relationship have been damaged beyond repair. Now that position for married way, Judge tell and say he cannot wait no demona. The best thing for two of us and say mona go on our own side. The people of Southern Cameroon, we have made up our mind. We cannot live with the people of La République du Cameroon again. I saw some of the francophones, they were crying that libere Seseko Ayoktabi. I said, well, it touches my heart, but I wish you did it when Agbobala was in jail. Had it been the francophone rose up when Agbobala was in jail, it may not be the way the relationship couldn't have been the way it is today. Today, our love have run cold. Our love with francophones have run cold. You have people now that are projecting themselves. La République can use people to do anything and they will succeed because you have Zamzam people who, because of ego, they are not willing to let go of things to make sure that they back and do things on principle that is going to let us free. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't talk now middle night for Hong Kong here. I don't talk my own. I don't tell you the criteria that we need for fulfill them. We need a voice to speak on behalf of the revolution. We have a competent person who is speaking on behalf of the revolution, and what is holding him back is not his inability, it's not that he doesn't have people behind him, it is those people who are refusing to endorse him. Seseko has to take a decision and endorse Ayabacho as the leader to speak on the behalf of everybody. The people in the interim government have to think about it. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to allow this man to be struggling like this and give Sako the advantage just because you want to hold power, you want to keep the chair for Seseko to come and sit down? If you do like that, Seseko will come out of prison. Only two ways can bring him out of prison. One is that Ambazonia is free and he has to go. Second is that there is no way for us to free ourselves because you people have disturbed so much that we cannot. And then he go out and he takes a concession. Because he also gain Kanda. He also gain Kanda. If he say all man are still in Zamzam to this level. When I say go, she don't for the do it. Iran she don't for the whole empty now. It is observe also to see our behavior. Now our behavior encourage them or not. But I believe in Ambazonia. Now why are they for this struggle? I believe so when I will see the light. We don't fight the battle, this war. From block by block, Facebook by Facebook, WhatsApp by WhatsApp. Recruit our people them, educate our people them, and they don't respond. I don't work hard for 1 year. I take 1 year, me and Lucas Asu, for the country heads them. Sute will deliver them from Zamzam. Except the one the way they be meant for Lucifer, where they see they for day. But they don't open their eye, go create APNC for remove that cancer. But the cancer, the CB is protected. The CD around, it must be destroyed. It must be destroyed. Because so long as they are effective to do what they are doing, it is going to rob us from what it will take for us to have our recognition and independence. If we can channel all of our support towards this man I have a show, he will deliver the goods. I am in the defense. I don't see things, I don't see classified things. I can tell you people in Ambazonia that we have unlimited supply of weapons that we can get. The only thing that lacks us now to get those things nankap the lack. When I give you the money, they will give. When I give you the money, they will deliver them for our boys. Them how they be that always deliver them. No be play, no be play for play. And one other thing, we have to understand that donating 500,000 and give it to boys on the ground to sing your name and to come and be able to tell Ambazonia people that you are also supporting Ground Zero is killing the struggle. Because you are giving that money to people who have never walked up to 500,000, see 500,000 in one go in the hand in Ground Zero. Giving them that money. Some of them are not even generals. They have fight to take that position of general because they want to be receiving that money from Ground Zero, from the diaspora. Some of them, I'm not saying all. When you give them that money and you are now relevant amongst us Ambazonia, you are still robbing us because it is not going to buy any gun. You go and contribute 200,000. You start to share it with those boys on the ground. When I return them now only for scammer. But when I give the money for inside ADF, when I know say na gun must go reach that boy them. And good ideology go meet them. So I don't tell una the truth, and I did truth go set una free. And I believe in the dream of Ambazonia because I believe in una. I believe Ambazonia them be capable for accepting the truth. I not say it be difficult, but I don't fight for 2 years. Me and Lucas, who there for the people they talk. Tapan be go take break, go come back and join we. Me, Lucas, and Bella Franklin, with woman of God, we don't stand for with the truth. We say, now they stand at this. Not be because there will be some of our righteous people them. No, when I see my video in the swimming pool, no. Now because we know say, now only on this principle then we get our freedom. And I don't get no one doubt. We don't try all kind of ways, so all kind nyama way them in never work. Now only for be this honest way, now only the truth go set we free. How the Bible talk and truth, now say it go happen. And I don't tell you the truth. We need to fear no man, we don't talk the truth. We need to work for any man his salary. This is just the plain truth. Yeah, Mr. Kechafu, my brother Kechafu say Ambazonia Ayabacho does not need anybody's endorsement. He may not need an endorsement, but I'm telling you that right now, Tibor Nagy, a big international personality, have spoken, and we need the Ambazonia revolution to speak with one voice, for one person to be able to show that leadership. And Ayabacho have done it, but there are still a major faction who are not accepting that he's speaking for them. That is just a fact. And I want them to know that they are the problem, not Ayabacho. They are the problem. Because when they do that, they rob Ayabacho of that projection as the leader of the war for our revolution. And when they continue to try to undermine him, to go and do their own thing, to go and give money by themselves, collect their own money to and go and give. Not that they can buy the guns. They will not buy guns. This money will not buy any guns. They know it, and I know it. They have tried it. It did not work. And my good friends and my brothers, Mark Baratas and the rest, they are there busy in the social media, in Twitter, tagging themselves, tagging Tibor Nagy. I am Tibor Nagy friend. I am this one friend. I am this one friend. And so what? What will it benefit us? Sell and project the leader. Your job as an activist, my job as an activist, is to recruit our people and project leadership. To talk about, you don't think I have more? I have so many ideas. That's why my name is Sense Pass King. But I'm not only just pushing my own ideas, I push that ideas in a way that will match the one of the leader, to project that leader, to help him. If I want to implement my idea, I will go and convince the leader to implement it first. It's not because I cannot go. How many boys have come here and say, Capo, I want to work under you? How many? So many that don't come here, I want to work under you. I will tell you and I say, okay, not be bad idea, but some better idea there. Align yourself for this way. Una feel say I know if you can make, I know if you raise phone. When I know how many people they come for back after I talk say they want give me money, I go talk so when I go put them for inside Changshu boy their account for day. They can show me the receipt. I will tell inside and hear that money they enter. No be say I know if you raise phone. I just feel say we need for channel one direction. Me all thing to go for one direction. Me one person stand the talks on one thing. Me already follow am. No be say we no fit do am. We fit do am, but now one at a time. Sorry, one person at a time. So I go left woman of God the call. Hallelujah. Reduce volume for your phone, for your Facebook. Hallelujah. Yes, we hear you now 100%. I trace a load. I call you small bitter caller, oh mama.
Thank you, Capo. The stage will they now for this revolution. Cameroon has gone beyond the unthinkable. I'm just trying to call your attention to the fact that you're over ballooning Tibor Nagy. He's just a secretary. He doesn't know what it means to rescue a dying woman pregnant from the hand of an aggressor. If you were talking to a general in the military in the US, he will speak differently. He doesn't know. He's an undersecretary. just like Patricia of Commonwealth. She went and took her gold, won her CPDF regala, and left Cameroon. Those are people who have stopped it. Let me tell you something. We are not stupid. There are statements that people like Nagy make that give Cameroon license to kill. The priority of the war right now is to stop the genocide. And so, see, unapologetically, I am saying that he failed in his mission. He might have succeeded in other missions, but he has failed in this one. You understand? Because we are talking about lives being wasted daily, villages being burned down. They're all talking about Gabu. Is Gabu the only village? More than 300 villages have been razed. We are working in America. We know what it means. We know the American value. We work daily to make sure our economy is booming. We pay our taxes and we see how our taxes are being used. We enjoy the freedom of democracy, but we have no home to go back to. If Tibor was like you and I, who will have to go and be nowhere and find his villages burned down, he will speak differently. We should leave this nonsense of diplomacy and hold these war leaders accountable because they are overstepping their bounds. Because of their irresponsibility, coronavirus may become a pandemic. Why? Because they are selfish. They don't put human life first. So it is not a matter of talking anymore. Any Amazonian who knows what's right, by now everybody knows which leader is fighting for what. We don't need to come and tell them. They don't need to validate Ayamato because whether they validate him or not, he is a fighter, he is a defender of human rights. He will not rest. It is burning us. Not everybody is a freedom fighter. And so what I want you to understand is ballooning Tibor Nagy's speech is giving us no good. He should step aside. He's already on fifth. His expressions show that he's taking sides. And unfortunately, he's taking sides with a genocidal regime. You cannot come and validate a government that is killing people. If they stopped it from the beginning, they could have the voice to talk to us about a unified Cameroon. They didn't stop it. They want to unify our burnt villages with what? With SUD and make us savages forever. It will not work. It won't work. We have comforted ourselves in righteousness. We may have people like Sako who go behind and take money from Paul Biya and come and represent Paul Biya. By now they should know that he's not representing the interests of the people. He cannot be used like a yardstick to judge us. He cannot be used like a yardstick to position us. And I'm telling Amazonians now that they have to rise up to that shit of Sako. I trust Eric Tato because what he says he will do, he will do. If I was living in a city area, I would not do tapping with Sako door. I will not let it go like that. I am not, let me tell you something. A lot of women have participated in reducing men to boys, participated in raising bad boys. Why? Because we go around and balloon, tell them to try figures like Sako. Tell me what job Sako has ever worked in America, apart from embezzling our money. So we cannot keep saying Sako. Sako should not even be mentioned in this revolution. Chris Anu and the right, they should not even be mentioned in this revolution. Chris Anu is a criminal. Sako is a criminal. They deserve to be in jail. They are criminals. They are criminals. They have committed crimes in America. To take money that is donated for charity and divert it for personal use is a crime. It's an offense. And if Amazonians think they should go and protest in the White House, they are foolish. They have to go and raise an alarm. Like raise an alarm that this is what this evil man is doing. He deserves to be in jail. He doesn't have to be free. He is causing chaos on the ground. And he's enjoying the bounties of it. And seeking a ministerial post in campaign. You know, people like that, they choose the kind of wife they marry that has the brain of a bird. Because if he was my husband, he would be sleeping on the roof for rubbing his hands in blood. We cannot continue to do this and people are dying. The pain is real. The pain is real. When you turn around and see the village is burnt, you see a baby total meltdown that they shall never be able to get up from it. They should stop it. If they want to escape that word, they should go back to being human beings again. Because it's not for selfishness. Coronavirus should not be driven from an epidemic to a pandemic. Together we stop Ebola. Why is coronavirus gradually becoming a pandemic? Because of the selfishness of wayward leaders who don't have people who hold them accountable. No, the same mistake that Patricia made in Cameroon is the same mistake Tibor just made. That in the height of genocide, he licensed Cameroon to kill. In the height of genocide, he goes out and makes a speech that gives Cameroon leverage to continue to kill our people. That is stupid. He should have used emotional intelligence. He must not say what he feels. It has to be about what the people are going through, and he cannot decide for us. He did not live with Cameroon for 58 years. He doesn't know the pain. He doesn't know what it means when they reduce our fathers to boys. Come with Calais in the 70s and messed up our fathers and made us wonder if we belong to this country. He doesn't know that pain. I will not be here if Ambazonia was not recolonized or was not annexed by Cameroon. Does he know what that means? Does he know how many of our people die in the sea? Does he know how many of our people die trying to get out of misery? They should rethink what they stand out there in media and say. Enough is enough. One leaders need to step up and become responsible. Because when the time will come, nobody will be fed. And I want to let you know that some people who think they are CEOs will find themselves cleaning their offices because right now they treat their housekeepers as if they are slaves. Life is not like that. No matter what position you hold, you are a member. Let's go back to the thing.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, woman of God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my dear. So I think that voice of Immaculate, our woman of God, the woman of virtue that we always look up to, is an expression of what Ambazonians are going through. A true picture of what we are going through. If the white people, I call white people because that speech of Tibor Nagy is not just reflective of him, but the entire international system is like that. If they don't think that this genocide, the people who have died so far, is enough for us to say that we will never be a part of that system, then they are not even thinking that we are human beings. Like Immaculate said, how many villages have they burnt already? For Tibor Nagy to think that we need to wait for more people to die before the moderate will become serious. Kecha Fu is calling, so let's hear from Kecha. Hello, Mr. Kecha Fu. You are live on the No Conny Talk Zone, broadcasting from Mr. Lucas Asu's platform. Go ahead.
Hey, Kapo, good afternoon. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Kapo, the thing is that we are in a ship in the high sea, and if that ship capsized, we are all going to die. I am making this call, this parable is to all Amazonians. We are 3 years or 4 years in this world. And by now, the no leader is serious and means business in this world. Not only for 10 Amazonians, the other side. Some of the industry of the world. Now, Amazonians are against us. They give promotion that the revolutionary leader died. We need to talk and say, PCS is a president of Ambazonia. A revolutionary leader is different from a president. We know the country. Why do you come for this guy to understand, my brother?
I tell you, and I'll be very happy to say Dr. Chodan clearly declared for Ambazonia his intention for lead only the face for the liberation. He have said it, he has committed with it. In my work with him hand in hand, even when I was leading with the British Southern Cameroon Resistance Forces, the Memorandum of Understanding clearly states that They have no intention to ascend to power without democratic process. Their intention, Dr. Cho's intention, is to lead us through this liberation phase. He has made it clear as possible. So, my brother, since I already go past my time, I'll give you 1 minute for round up, and then we'll go.
No, I beg 1 minute. No, usually 2 or 3.
Yes.
The last week or 2 weeks ago, we get some forum days. They call a town hall. When I see they want to bring the leader together and make a collaborate. So they invite a CIC with the last one. CIC openly tell the men, they say, we do parameter around 100 and something, eh? Now, Zoom. It told them, say, if when they come, they won't vote. If vote, c'est ce qu'on le président, because you could represent the family people. If when they come, see, they don't need independence. But now, we see fighting for liberate our homeland. Why Amazonians not unanimously stand behind this young man, Massa? No, we this country. I don't understand.
Now, I tell you, even young people, go even only for Twitter. For a time where a personality like Tibor Nagy will be very strategic for advice Mike Pompeo. It don't come as I can talk. We will need a leader for talk. Some people they stand the tongue and say yes. Yeah, that speech about you make that in the agency they're very good response. They need to see look like a response for the struggle will be unfortunate. The need for understand the ramification of those things. Them. Even you go for activists them, all of them they struggle. Any man they go talk Tibor Nagy, talk about himself. Tibor Nagy, show your style. Tibor Nagy, show your style. You need to attract the people towards leadership because that the rude way leadership they play. Even in your platform, he plays that crucial role for you to bring people, pull people towards him, not towards yourself. Unfortunately, I would say some young people who started this struggle for the people have been corrupted by fame, money, and position, and they are now acting in ways that undermines the essence of the revolution itself. My brother, I'll give you 1 minute for conclude. Then we'll go, I need for sleep.
Okay, yes, that's true. I don't want to say, I recall to the conscience of Ambazonians. Say, let us take our consciences very well and do the right thing because it's all of us who will suffer. We will be worse than slaves in that country if we don't give this independence. And we have gone past a level where without this independence, one will live in perpetual pain till you die because our people have suffered. They have killed our children, our parents. They have burned the people's compound that they use the whole of their lives to build for their future generation. And if they cannot see this and reason with us, that they will rally behind with, I say, many men and tell me, say, I'm only looking at them. The way they represent themselves, the way they talk, when they want to do something, the way they communicate for the international community. Who really get that ability?
Ask say me who talk. My brother Ketcha ask say the one me now who go talk for them now. Me then tell me una choose na one person who want me talk una only dey for the ukoni. Una dey for the ukoni. Say hey, yes, I about you talk fine. That agency president he talk fine. For distance una self. According to una feel say una the one keep power for Seseko. According to una the feel say una the one keep una own power for protect una own place. Una no say if una no give the power for the competent man wey go give that freedom now. Even that Seseko he will una dey keep that chair for you no go meet up that chair. Even that una county by county thing una one time una no go meet up am. Una say una been a nation builder, una go build road for Ambazonia, una go do the one that give una position there for some place or they don't promise or una the fee say by some conny or some kind way una go give some more money they will give for una. If we not get that liberation, all that thing go still go for water. So now time for we for talk, for do the right thing, project our leaders and they talk una go for activists their platform where they go to make the hashtag this one. Hey, they be excited about if man they project the leadership, that man they rob the revolution of something. He's taking away something from us. Any man who is not projecting or supporting a leader is taking away something from us because a contested leader is weakened. Every time you should don't for your side, you talk say, na they una own leader, no be my own leader. Na some man be that make leader, let's say the head of state will talk him. Even if you explain, like say they don't know. They know. My brother, might drop the phone, might give me a round up, and then we go talk for backside. For the meantime,
Okay, Kapo, thank you.
yeah. For the meantime, I don't want to talk. Say for any man where you don't hear the Tibor Nagy speech, the best way for you for react now for more guns on ground zero for self-defense. You send the money for Wale on the move. You contact me. You show me your receipt. Me, I need to collect money. We need money. I tell now as the deputy defense for the northern zone. Group the non camp for we should go pass money for even buy even a rice, you know, they even money for rice, no, they bullet them. They be say na how many thousand granite they enter, na fresh granite or na dry granite. Only if you share them, they share, you look them against and I wish how the big thing they would one plan for do and they go do and how. All soldiers they cry, they need something. So one they go say they want go form their group for go buy and so that they will begin send 500,000 for soldier them. You go hella weighty. So my left una, God bless una. We'll continue for whole grass, we'll chop fire, we will show the international community say we don't be mature enough for them to recognize our own blood is also the pain we need to act the right way, because if we deal with the act like Zamzam, it show the international community say even our own blood it need the value for our own eye. We still play for play. God bless una. Have a good day. May our revolution be short. May our independence, civil liberty, democracy be in an independent Ambazonia. Thank you. God bless you.